Hello, everyone. Welcome to Mythical Monday. This is Miss Sharon, and it is so nice to have you all here on this very warm Monday. I don't know, do you think it's going to rain tonight? Did you get outside? Did you check out the stars? Did you know all of those stars have myths and legends attached to them? So look up in the skies, see if you can check out some of the constellations and discover the stars. And today we're going to visit Africa, and I am going to share a tale of Lord of the Dance, and it's an African retelling by Veronique Tadjo. So let's hear about the Lord of the Dance. And the author wrote this as a tribute to the Senufo culture. And what do you think that animal is that she drew here? She illustrated this as well. Does that look like an antelope? Maybe? Antelope or gazelle? Antelope? Gazelle, maybe? Once upon a time, there was the mask, and he was living with the sky and the earth. Tom, 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 tom. The mask danced with the moon, with the stars and the sun. Tom, 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 tom. And when the earth became our earth, when the valleys, the forests, and the mountains sketched the horizon, when the water from the lakes, the rivers, and the seas surrounded nature, and when the animals arrived, one by one by one, he came down among men and women, and together they danced, tom, 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 tom. Sacred drums and rhythmic songs to celebrate each joy and each happiness, but also to mourn each sadness and each suffering. Tom, 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 tom. And his voice rose, dance, 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 I the mask, dance in the forest to praise the gods. I dance in the village to announce the next sowing. I dance to call the rains. His many faces were carved by sculptors with agile fingers, fingers which danced, they danced on the wood, not feet dancing on the ground. Fingers danced on wood to create the different masks. But one day somebody cried, shame, a mere piece of wood, a symbol of ignorance. And they put him away and they hid him and they sold him in a city made of concrete and steel. But now they feel lonely. They remember the past and they hear his voice. Oh no, do you think in the midst of all that traffic and all that noise, the steel and the concrete, tom, 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 I am the mask. I still survive. I swirl like the wind. I leap like an antelope. I dance with farmers, with fishermen and hunters. I dance in the popular quarters of African towns. Tom, 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 tom. I am the spirit of the thunder, the spirit of the rainbow, the spirit of our fierce warriors, of our ancestors, bearers of wisdom, the spirit of spirits, more beautiful than the moon on the lake, more powerful than the center of the earth. Child, let me tell you a secret. Don't forget me. If you get lost in the city or if you feel sad, call me and I shall guide your steps. Tom, 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 tom. I am the mask, the Lord of the dance. So this tale, The Lord of the Dance, the retelling by Veronique Tadjo, is the mass in the Ivory Coast, or the Côte d'Ivoire, okay? And in the north of the Côte d'Ivoire live the Senufo people. So see, this is the Ivory Coast, and this is the north where the Senufo people live. And they are farmers, and they strongly believe in invisible spirits hidden in nature. The Senufo spin and weave their own cloth, which they decorate with pictures of these spirits, as well as the characters and animals that are part of their daily life. For ceremonies, Senufo spirits are represented by sacred masks carved out of wood. There is a different mask for each spirit, so that just the right one can be brought out for a particular celebration or to express a particular feeling. Masks take the lead on occasions such as funerals and harvest festivals, for they can express both sorrow and rejoicing, both courage and fear. A mask is worn only by a specifically chosen person who leads the villagers in their dance. There is music and singing to accompany the mask wherever it leads. When a mask carrier grows old and dies, a new person is chosen to wear the mask. And if the mask itself becomes damaged, it is repaired immediately, or a replacement is carved. That is how these masks have survived to the present day, despite developments in the modern world that have forced other traditions to disappear. Even in the biggest African cities, you can still sometimes see people singing and dancing led by a mask. So you see the Côte d'Ivoire, okay, the Ivory Coast, and there's the Atlantic Ocean here. And in the large continent of Africa, the Ivory Coast is a very, very small country here on the ocean. And it is surrounded by Liberia and Guinea and Mali, Burkina Faso, and Ghana, right there. So Ivory Coast. And this is a Senufo artist up here with the traditional inks that he's using, the vegetable dyes. And Veronique Tadjo is from the Côte d'Ivoire and spent 3 years teaching in the land of the Senufo people. During that time, she fell in love with their culture and became deeply interested in their way of life. She first heard Lord of the Dance sung at a wedding in England, and the hymn made her think of a mask as Lord of the Dance for the Senufo in Africa. Veronique Tadjo has illustrated her poem in the style of Senufo art, except that she has replaced the traditional brown vegetable ink with her own bright colors. So there is the author illustrator, Veronique, and there is a Senufo artist that he is using the traditional brown inks as he's creating the images. So my friends, on this Mythical Monday, be creative, do some art, draw some pictures, maybe try your hand at making a mask. A lot of people, like in Venice, they make masks for Mardi Gras and different fun masks to hide their people's identity, like for a masquerade ball. So get creative and try and create your own mask today. And share some below this video if you'd like to share an image of that. And thank you for listening to the Lord of the Dance on this Mythical Monday. We hope you have a great week. Stay cool, read more books, and it's great to see you all. This is Miss Sharon saying, have a great Monday. Bye-bye.